Hello and welcome back to Luke's the Gaming. So it's actually been I think a couple of weeks or more now since I was last recording on this and in general in terms of like the Minecraft as well. And I think since then I've played it a few times on and off, or well, mostly back then and again actually last night for a good number of hours. And I think the sort of most noticeable thing right away is at the top that I've sort of upgraded my weapons, so rather than sort of using the copper tools that you start off with, apart from the sort of agile wooden hammer, I've got an iron broadsword, a demonic iron pickaxe, which seemingly has like extra buffs or bonuses sort of thing to it, and an iron axe, as well as last night I crafted this zealous iron bow. And you'll notice I've got sort of random bits and pieces in my sort of inventory here from a lot of sort of mining work that I've been doing. And if I go to the chest, yeah, you'll see there's well, you'll see I've got a couple of goodie bags there that are actually like I think as part of if it being the sort of Halloween or like Spooktober or whatever you'd want to sort of refer to the month as, then I've noticed there's a lot of things going around, like sort of slimes disguised as bunnies and bunnies disguised as slimes. And actually there's one down, yeah, there's one in both. There's a slime to our right that's disguised as a bunny, and a bunny down there that's disguised as a slime. Or wait, no, that's an actual slime down there. As I got my sword out. Yeah, and you'll see how easily this gets through the slime's enemy, whereas before with the wooden sword it was taking quite a few or quite a lot longer to kill anything. And yeah, as I was saying, it's got these goodie bags. I think I'll sort of leave them there now, or I don't know. I might open one actually. Let's open one and just see what we get from it. And I believe action. Oh, an achievement unlocked as well. Looking good. Aha. And that also reminds me that I haven't actually done this yet on the video. Oh wow, that's quite a vanity item. Yep, I now have a unicorn mask. Okay, we're going to do the episode wearing a unicorn mask, why not? Where did the other ones go? I got a unicorn shirt and a unicorn pants. Yeah, I guess that leads me on to why I have cactus on. Because you'll remember from the last time I was actually exploring the desert, and like when I went back again I collected some cactus and brought it home here and put it in the crafting grid, and noticed that you can actually sort of make sort of tools and weapons and armour and all that out of it. So I upgraded my armour because it gives 2 defence, whereas this gives 1 defence in the same way. I think that gives no defence and that gives 1. But yeah, I think hang on, let's see. Are these? I think these are just vanity items, so yeah, they don't have any actual like bonus to them. So yeah, let's take these off, and we'll replace it for these, the vanity version. So yeah, why not? We're doing this episode as a unicorn, because why not? I guess. And well, seeing as I'm on the map now, like you'll notice that I've well, from here I've actually extended a bit along. Oh, that's moving a lot faster than I wanted it to. Yeah, I've sort of dug this long strip going along underneath the ground sort of thing, and had to be careful about digging underneath the desert because I didn't want tons of sand falling on my head and suffocating me. So I sort of very carefully done that, and I reached there, so I'll show you that in a moment though. And also in regards to the desert itself, once I upgraded my sort of armour and tools and weapons and that, I managed to explore a slight bit more of the jungle. I haven't really explored it further, but we might do a bit of that this episode. We'll see though. And yeah. And before I sort of go down anywhere, or well, why don't I kill this slime whilst I am down here? And because killing slime's dressed as a unicorn. It is a unicorn, isn't it? Nope. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons here. Y is what I want. Yeah, unicorn. So yeah, that was quite a goodie bag. Oh yeah, well, in fact, I'll say this whilst I'm here. I made this little sort of tree farm platform because I noticed all the trees down below haven't actually been growing. Although I suspect that's because they require like sort of three. I think it's a gap of three clear spaces either side of them, as well as something to do with like one horizontal or something. And the torches might have been affecting that as well. I noticed some of these trees have been growing maybe because they're more spaced out compared to like the ones up here. And also I think as part of the Halloween thing going on that there's these little sort of cactus, pumpkins even, growing. But yeah, let me quickly, I was going to say pop up to my chest, but in fact, rather than keeping on digging through that, I'm going to take one piece of dirt and see if I can not put it in the trash, see if I can put it up here with, make like a little, so I'm hoping that like, because that'll help me get up there, but I don't know if that means that zombies and things will be able to jump up there. I guess we'll find out if we have like a breakthrough of zombies or slimes. And yeah, like I was saying at the chest, you'll see that I've gathered quite a lot of things, and I'd looked up, I think it was after the episode or at the time of recording and like playing at around that first week or something after recording, or it might have been right away after recording when I was playing it for a bit more, looked up the coins and sort of discovered, well, I think I'd noticed anyway, but I sort of found out that no wait, never mind, I was going to say I should have more silver than that, but it's because one recently turned into a gold coin. Yeah, so it's like before I think I had like a couple of stacks of 100 copper coins or something in there and was sort of building them up, but then I realised if you sort of pick them up and drop them in here when you've got 100, it turns it into whatever the next part is. So in this instance the copper turned into silver and the silver turned into gold, so far I've managed only 2 gold coins where I've got sort of just like a steady flow of copper and silver building up. And I seem to have quite a lot of sort of iron and tin. Well, I used a lot of iron to get my tools and armour stuff anyway. Although, well, not armour, I've not made iron armour yet. And tin, I've gathered quite a lot of that. I know it's good as well for stuff, but not as good as iron is. Hold on a sec. Sorry about that, I had to clear my throat a bit there. I felt like a cough or like a sort of throat clearing needing to come on, so I did that. I don't think there's anything else to show off in here that hasn't already been seen. Just sort of random bits and pieces that when I put down this chest originally I thought it would be a long time before it gets filled, but once you start exploring and killing things it takes no time at all. There's a normal bunny. And yeah, I'm just I think it was last night I started off just like building this platform out as like a sort of one thick platform, and then sort of waited on the grass growing, found out that it wouldn't actually grow because it doesn't grow in direct sunlight. Although I've seen grass grow down in caves before, not anywhere near grass. Like I've seen dirt grow into grass, should I say. So yeah, what I did was build like a little, like sort of built some dirt out from here up to connect it up to there so the grass would grow. And I took that part out so I could sort of use this part again as an opening. And then I think I eventually extended, like made the platform too thick just to see if it would help because the trees weren't growing, but seemingly it wasn't until I went away down underground doing some mining stuff that it actually helped with the... Oh, that's a slime, not a bunny. I'm already being deceived by these sort of disguised slimes. Because there's an actual bunny down there to the right if you caught a glimpse of that. Yeah, what we're going to do is quickly head out to the desert and see what awaits and like show you how better I can take things on now with this iron broadsword. Whereas before, like taking things on in the desert, it was quite deadly as you saw, and did it take long for me to get killed. For a moment I thought that was maybe a skunk or something. Right, let's go up here, not fall down there, let's come along this way. Yeah, those pumpkins seem to be growing up everywhere. And is that a vulture? I thought it was maybe an antlion at first. But yeah, look how quickly I dispatched that vulture compared to before where it was like sort of, like with the other sword, it was having to like poke it practically with the sword, and I was practically on the verge of death when I managed to kill one. Whereas now with this thing, I can just sort of take them on and kill them without taking any damage like that one. No, there's one of those antlions. These still seem to be a bit of a pain to sort of kill and get past. Let's swing the sword quite a lot of this. At least the vultures aren't as much of a worry now. Well, they can be if they get hits in like that one, but for the most part we can take them on. So that's always a plus. I do have a bit of a sort of blocked nose at the moment, like I should have sort of given it a blow or a clear out before doing recording, but I didn't think it was going to be sort of as bad or as irritating kind of thing. And these jungle slimes and bats seemingly were a bit of an issue before as well, because they're a bit harder to kill than your average slime. Whereas with this sword, they're actually sort of not as bad to take on. The slimes seem to just like keep bouncing up and down in the water like that as well. Right, so yeah, here we are back in the jungle, and already a bunny slime as it is attacked us from behind. Oh yeah, these were these pesky jungle bats that I think, yeah, I was actually killed by jungle bats before, wasn't I? Yeah, I've got my revenge, I guess. I'm hoping this slime doesn't kill us. Nope, I thought it was going to kill us. Let's see if we can't. I'm trying to like evade it, because if it touches us, let's get out of the way of that one. Now let's see what else is. Oh yeah, piranhas. We don't want to be in the water with them for too long. But at least I can take those on a bit easier as well. Although I can't actually remember. I think it was maybe this sword I was using to take them on rather than the old wooden one. Let's... Ooh. Let's not get killed by all the things. Oh, I got another goodie bag. At least you don't lose items on this, but it can still be a bit sort of annoying to lose your hard-earned... Oh! Yep, things are trying to kill us. Let's kill this snatcher though. And I believe there's a piranha waiting there to kill us as well. And I see that one coming from the right. But as I said, at least these are sort of... Oh. Well, I was saying these are a bit easier to take on, but seemingly there was two in one there. Ah well. So yeah, that's what's going on along there right now. I don't know if... I think I did get a little bit further along, but... Yeah, for now I think we'll sort of leave that as it is and maybe come back when we've got possibly iron armour, I guess, so we can at least survive that bit longer. And yeah, I'll show you what I've been doing downstairs then. You'll notice right away that sort of compared to the left side, the right side is now like a sort of smooth slope, and that was through sort of using the wooden hammer. You can sort of, well, if I change one to show you, you can sort of change it, so I think that's what it looks like at first, and then if you hit it twice, it goes sloped like that, so I might end up doing that with the other side eventually as well, but for now, after sort of digging the tunnel along, it was when I was between, well, not when I was coming back, but it was a sort of thing to, as I was finishing up the night, I thought, hey, I read about the fact you can use, that the console version lets you use the hammers now to sort of adjust, to like terraform the land a bit, so yeah, this is now like a nice sort of smooth up and down slope. It did take a little bit of time to do this, but it's if I go back up and if I go back up, show you the difference between this sort of smooth sloped side and the other side that isn't quite smooth. Like this one, it's sort of, you have that sort of bumpy effect as you're going up and down, and you almost think the screen's sort of jittering up and down, but it's not, it's just your character that's jittering up and down. Whereas on this side, it's a nice sort of smooth walk up and down. Although I suspect you wouldn't be able to walk up a slope like that in real life, and I think walking down it, you'd have to be like engine forward, or even walking up it, you'd sort of be struggling to do so, because if you sort of ran down at this speed, you'd be sliding down, like a sort of one big long slide onto the underground. So yeah, I'd started digging this tunnel along here, and along the way I mined quite a lot of ores and found quite a lot of bits and pieces, and like, I have found a couple of chests here as well. And the iron tools certainly make a difference for getting through things easier anyway. But yeah, so in this chest we found 27 throwing knives, 4 grenades and 2 shine potions. We'll leave them there now because seeing as our chest back home's a bit full, and I know we have an extra chest, but I need to sort of expand the house or whatever else I have in mind for sort of expanding the land and expanding the house area as well. Just had to clear my throat again there whilst trying to jump back out the hole. And let's make sure that's in there because I'd quite like to keep some of them, or maybe open another one by the end of the episode and see what I get. Yeah, what I was trying to do there was put the dirt back so that that's not a hole anymore. I have been killed a few times in these tunnels, believe it or not, because like I was watching some of the Twitch streams and typing away in chat, and then I looked back up at my game, and sort of there was umbrella slimes that sort of sometimes they killed me, or someone had me like backed into a corner. Like if you imagine when there was a wall there, sort of backed into a corner, and I had to like quickly kill it whilst not trying to get killed. And I think one of the times it was 3 umbrella slimes backed me into the corner and pretty much killed me, so yeah, I didn't stand a chance. And in this one we got 26 more throwing knives, 4 copper bars, 65 more rope, which will come in handy, 5 lesser healing potions, 18 torches, 14 silver coins. So yeah, that's I guess a bit of a useful chest. It has a bit of everything. Maybe not quite everything, but something or another. And yeah, I'll need to put I'm sort of using my chest as like a silver coin storage in the meantime until I think it's much later game that you get an actual bank. And yeah, this is the actual bit I was on about, where there's like grass just growing in here randomly. Although it could be something to do with that little grassy bit there. Oh, yeah, it's the second time I've encountered one of those giant worms. The other time was further along a bit. Yeah, they seem to be not too much of a problem as long as they don't catch you off guard too much. And because I have this sword, whereas with the bog standard copper short sword, like you compare, it's doing twice the damage. Even though that has very fast speed compared to the fast speed on this one, it has like better knockback and better damage, so better overall really. But yeah, these pumpkins, as well as the grass and the pumpkins, seem to be growing down here. It might be something to do with the little bits of green land around about there that are causing the grass to sort of spread down to this random little section of dirt. Well, I'm surprised it's not spread on the ceiling. Maybe it'll happen over time. I think there was 2 pumpkins here, but then when I sort of came along with the hammer to sort of slope the edges, it ended up, well, I knocked the both of them out, but one's seemingly growing back, so maybe the other one will eventually grow back as well. There's more jellyfish in the water over that way. And I think it was around about here somewhere that like there was actually ores up there in the sand, and I had to sort of block it up behind the ore, like dig out the front portion that I could reach and then block it up, and then sort of build up and dig out the bit directly under the sand, so that brought it down a bit at the surface. And then I was sort of avoiding all these water bits here. I think I'd originally dug into that bit, and for some reason blocking the water up didn't make it go away, so I just like backtracked and dug down this way underneath it all. And I also went on a little bit of exploring down in this cave here. I should be able to break through this, just so that I can show you what's show you and get attacked by a slime. Yeah, most of those little holes there are just from where I've like dug up the ores and stuff. And there's quite deep water there, like sort of down that way there's deep water that took a bit of time to actually get out of, so I'll not go back down there. What I will do though is kill that slime. And get I should just keep the dirt on the bar really. And can I actually not reach down there? No? Right, I'll have to do something like that. Did that work? Yes, that worked. It was just so that it's filled in for now, rather than seeing as I've explored that bit really. There are sort of quite a lot of open caves around about that I'll have to explore and possibly dig up some of the sand, but yeah, I keep having to mute my mic to sort of cough or clear my throat, so hopefully that won't be a thing because I've got some Minecraft to record next as well. Yeah, I've still got little bits of pieces of ore to mine up down there. And this is as far as I got in terms of where this sand blockage is at. And seeing as that seems to just go from like up there and pillar down, I might get away with sort of digging up some of this sand without actually affecting the surface up above, so hopefully that'll be a thing. And yeah, let's head back along, I reckon. But yeah, I think the idea, well, sort of doing this to get some resources gathered as well as just like general underground exploration of like caves and any new sort of enemies to attack and kill. And that zombie's kind of stuck down there. Have fun. And yeah, I guess the idea would be to sort of try and sort of get right along there under the ground, even if it means either going through this like desert and sand patches and mining up along the way, or sort of going like up and around it and whilst avoiding the sort of the big desert itself above, or possibly even mining down like underneath it. So I guess we'll see which route we take, but that'll be all stuff I'll do off camera, as well as like I might end up sort of digging a few more strips of tunnels along sort of this section here and see what kind of difference, or I'll see what kind of ores and resources I can get, as well as sort of further exploration of the dark area down below. And I think if there's anything big that I find, like, I know there are sort of fortresses and dungeons and stuff, but I might not be near finding any of them yet, so if I do find any, then I'll sort of leave that until like a future episode, or sort of leave it for recording rather than sort of doing it off camera kind of thing. Chances are I'll probably not be sort of prepared or well equipped for places like that anyway. And also I think I'd like to continue sort of mining down on this side as well, or maybe like have another sort of straight down bit coming down there. I guess we'll see what I do, but all of that'll be sort of off camera things, as I've said. And those trees seem to only grow properly when you're off camera, like see there's another one growing up there, so let's sort of chop that down whilst we're here. I'm hoping a demon eye comes along, because I know they're sort of wearing like a spooky outfit of some kind as well, like I think they're supposed to be disguised as like one of the in-game birds or something, as their sort of like a sort of Halloween kind of costume. Seen as like animals, or at least the bunnies anyway, seem to be disguised as like sort of enemies, whereas like the slimes are disguised as bunnies, so they can be a bit deceiving. Let's just put some little bits and pieces away before we finish up. And yeah, there's the pumpkins that I mined up from when I sort of dug up those two. I think you can make like armour and tools or bits of wall or something out of it. Nope, that's not there. Do we have water leaf? Oh, there's one. Yeah, I keep having to cough. It's getting quite annoying now. I think my throat seems to dry out quite often when doing this recording, which is bizarre because like if I'm talking to friends whilst playing other games or things like that, I can like talk for quite a while and not have much issues. So yeah, we're just like stashing up our silver coins and hoping we get some more for like gold coins. And I know there's like a sort of traveller that comes along. I think that's maybe, I think you have to defeat maybe one or two of the bosses before they start coming, and you can trade with them. And I don't know if it's like item trading, or I think that's the main purpose of the coins, but I guess that'll be stuff that I'll find out later. Anyway, let's finish off the episode by finding out what's in this goodie bag, why don't we? Unlucky yarn. Summons a black kitty. Let's put that down there and not touch it. I might have to look that up on the wiki and find out what a black kitty is. Like, if that's a... I don't think it's a boss anyway, but I'm guessing it's like a bad enemy or some kind of, like, badness, considering it's unlucky yarn. And yeah, there's one of the bunnies again over there. But yeah, I think I'll wrap the episode up there anyway, seeing as I've covered like what progress I've made since the last time, and I guess this kind of is like another progress report episode, but I don't know what I'll title it yet. Maybe I guess I'll title it after my... Nope, if I can press the right thing here. I guess I'll title it after this. It's a unicorn gear or something, I guess. Seeing as we have this. But yeah. Oh, a fallen star. Yeah, I'll pick that up and then lock myself out. But yeah, anyway, that'll do it for the episode now, so until whatever I get up to on here next time, I guess that'll do. So yeah, as always, stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching.